across the Channel Islands.
Tim and Sydney.
Something really exciting now, because one Jersey YouTuber has collaborated with one of the biggest creators on the website. That's Jersey's Elliot Coll, who runs the Retro Future YouTube account. Recently uploaded a video where he sent 6 customised Game Boys to Mr. Beast, who has just the 48 million subscribers. This is so exciting, and especially for Elliot, so I had to get him on the phone to ask him how this all came about.
As you saw in the video, he clearly just wanted a Game Boy and reached out to me. I don't know, presumably typed in YouTube Game Boy, and then my channel probably popped up. But I think, there's been a massive injection of interest into the whole Nintendo realm from Logan Paul, who's also a very big YouTuber. He's been doing a lot of stuff in that sort of space, so I think people are just looking into it a bit more now.
Yeah, so he must have watched quite a few of your videos as well, and he sounds like from the video that he's a fan of your work, obviously, because he asked you to customize 6 original Game Boys, right, for that you sent off to him and his team. That's sort of the context of the video. When you got that sort of request, were you just thinking, oh my gosh, this is a massive deal for me, and also quite a lot of pressure?
I guess there's in the back of my mind there was always this, like, there's a good chance that this might not happen. So my excitement was, I was really trying to sort of rein it in and just stay focused on delivering some good quality goods. And there was so many, logistical things that we had to sort out and arrange. We had to pay for artists to do a bunch of different designs. Then we needed to look into what mod we were going to do to the Game Boy to make it a bit more modern and with the times, so that you can actually play it and it's not like a gimmicky thing. So there was so much work to go into it that the excitement just kind of had to be reined in. Otherwise I would have just let loose on that and then not focused. I mean, this has been 8 months in the works, so
even stuff like posting it to him in America for him to then receive it and stuff like that would all take time. And the customization and the planning, I mean, the actual designs are incredible, but the thing I was most jealous of was an original Game Boy that was backlit, and it means that you can play it at night and you don't have to have a lamp on.
I can make you one of those, Tim. I can make you one of those. I mean, people have been playing Game Boys. I think the thing with a Game Boy is, anyone can pick up a Game Boy and play Tetris and enjoy it. It's a pretty non-disputable fact that Tetris is Tetris, and although the graphics aren't going to blow your mind, as long as you align those blocks and you create a line, you get satisfaction, and you don't have to invest a load of time into Tetris. You can pick it up, play it for 5 minutes while you're on the loo, put it down, off you go, and there's no storyline, and you're engaged. It's fun.
And the thing that is really cool about YouTube, and it says it in the name, is you. It's all about you. So for someone like Mr. Beast, who is a massive star, were you communicating with his team, or was it directly to him? Have you been having back and forth conversations with him quite a bit?
That is a very in-depth question, Tim. So a lot of it has been through a gentleman called Lakoya, who is his logistics manager. So stuff that Mr. Beast isn't going to have time to deal with, literally logistical things. I've not been speaking to Jimmy, Mr. Beast, about it, but the stuff, I have had regular contact with Jimmy to ensure that he was sort of getting some reassurance that the quality was going to be there and that this wasn't going to be some sharpied, like, hand-drawn thing which was all going to peel off as he played 2 minutes of it. So I wanted to translate some sort of pedigree and quality across to him, and also ascertain what he actually wanted from them and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy having contact with any of them. You know what I mean? It's there is a big difference between the 300 and almost 30,000 subscribers that I have and 50 million.
It is incredible.
So I guess it's just been a mind-blowing experience.
I guess what I wanted to get from that question is, like, would you be able to be like, oh yeah, I'm like pretty good, like I'm pally with Mr. Beast now, like I would be able to send him a message and it not be like like weird and out of the blue?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so, and he has been very, very polite and forthcoming and offered if I have any concerns or any help that he might be able to provide, that he'd be able to do that. But you guess, like, I don't think it's a case of him being too big to have a conversation with a small YouTuber. I think he is genuinely an incredibly busy person with the videos that he does. He does videos which is like, I spent 24 hours in a box, that kind of crazy stuff. And also, of course, everyone's going to want a piece of him because he is who he is, and it's going to be very hard for him to judge who's being genuine and authentic, and who's actually just there for his name and to just get a little bit out of him. So I suppose I'll definitely message him to see how he is from time to time, because it might be nice for him to receive that kind of message. But I'm definitely not going to be like, can you share my latest video?
That's Elliot from Jersey, a YouTuber, recently collaborated with Mr. Beast. More from Elliot, the other side of this from Billie Eilish. It's Therefore I Am.
Tim and Sydney.
Before that, we were hearing from Elliot from Jersey, who's the man behind the Retro Future YouTube account, which has about 330,000 subscribers. Recently, he collabed with Mr. Beast by sending him some personalised original Game Boys. How cool is that, by the way? Because Mr. Beast has a huge channel, 48 million subscribers, I wanted to talk numbers with Elliot and find out if he's gained lots of subs from the video.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's had 70,000 views in 2 days, and out of that, it's had I've gained about 5,000 subscribers, which is obviously huge, and it's had 10,000 likes and 7,000 comments. So it's been a massively active video, but YouTube's a little bit funky with pushing things out beyond your subscribers. So a week ago I had a video, for example, that did 332,000 views, and there was no way that I was going to be able to tell if that was going to happen or not. You know, it's kind of a bit, almost seems like luck, and the algorithm is hidden, so we don't actually know what's going to do well and what's not. So for me, 70,000 views is absolutely incredible, and the amount of subscribers I've gained is incredible. He retweeted my tweet as well, and that's had almost 30,000 likes and 2 million impressions. So it's been a huge thing for my channel and so many eyes on it. So it's been a very incredible opportunity for me, and I'm very lucky that that happened.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you obviously planned these things and you planned what you were going to design on the Game Boy, but were there some things that were a surprise to you, like when he called you in the video? Were you expecting that phone call when you picked it up?
No, absolutely not, mate. I was sat on my sofa in a onesie watching some Netflix and I had my slippers on. And then I saw that I had a phone call and it said Jimmy, like in my contact, Jimmy knew, because I think he's changed his number like 3 times since I've had it. And I was like, Emily, pause, and I jump up and I run into the bedroom, and immediately I start sweating out of pores I didn't even know I had. I had to unzip the onesie and just escape from I even kicked off my slippers at some point, and whilst all of that was going on, I had to remain calm and be like, hey man, how's it going? So it was very weird.
Because on his end, he was like, oh, by the way, we're recording this conversation. So I guess then you're like, wow, this is all like going to be sort of recorded and on the record. So it's going to be cool.
Well, he didn't tell me that until afterwards, so I could have picked up the phone and be like, hey, Jimmy, how's it going? Yeah, but luckily I was able to just rein it in. I mean, I was so excited about the whole thing, and I didn't want to come across as like disingenuous and not show my excitement and my gratitude towards the whole situation. But at the same time, you know, there had to be a level of... Yeah.
What's the plans for the channel then for 2021? Have you got loads in the pipeline?
Yeah, so I mean, I've got so many things on order. I've been working with a Japanese company called Sendico, which is basically a website that allows you to buy stuff from Japan, which you can't do just without like an intermediary. And I've been doing a lot of work with them, and it's been doing very well. And so they've actually offered to fly me out to Japan. So there's going to be a whole series. In fact, this is the first time anyone's going to hear this. There's going to be a whole series next year in Japan. There's crazy stuff happening. Including also flying out to America as well and actually hanging out with Mr. Beast to try and do some stuff together as well. So
it's funny because that's kind of like the mecca, isn't it, for all things like Nintendo and electronic based and for what you do. So is this the first time that you will have been to Japan before? Or have you been before?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
I'm a pretty under-travelled man, to be honest with you. I've spent a lot of time in Guernsey. So I don't know is it different to Guernsey? I don't know.
There's some crossover, but I think it's a bit different. Jersey-based YouTuber Elliot there. Go show his channel some love. It's called The Retro Future. It's really flying the flag for Jersey on YouTube. And go watch that video with Mr. Beast as well.